Hello, YouTube. Welcome. This is JT Dynamo speaking. Today, I will be talking about the top things for beginners to know of Black Desert Online before you start playing Black Desert Online. Disclaimer: I'm still a noob in playing this game, but I'm trying my best to make a noob friendly guide that is relevant to the absolute novice. Where you take it from there, as you can read, is entirely up to you. I will give a bit of history. I've been playing Backdasher for like 1 month now, so I by no means does this make me a professional, but there are some things I think a new player needs to know before starting to play this game. I will try my best to be quick about this, and I will try my best to give as much information about this. I will do a quick playthrough guide from level 1 to level 60, hopefully 61, but just to prove that you can basically get somewhere with this game. Important points to know: I will go through some assumptions to be made in this guide, some realistic expectations, what are your intentions, and what resources do you have, some base information, time limits, and how to use all of this information to the best of your advantage. Some first assumptions that we need to make on this is that you are one, new to the game, like I am. You are playing on Xbox. Some of this could be useful outside of Xbox, say for someone on PC or on PlayStation, but this is primarily based off my experience on Xbox. Another assumption is you intend to get some understanding of the game and to get a reasonable end goal within a reasonable amount of time, and to also use the current season to its best potential. Unfortunately, the current season will be ending on the 29th of September 2021, and the new season would start. Regardless, I'll still try and make this guide and my level 1 to 60 playthrough as useful even for people outside of the season. Things to know. Like I said, I played this for 1 month now. I've mostly had a single player experience in the game. There are probably three odd quests I can think of. There's one that's kill the Bashims, kill the Basilisks, and probably kill the Schultz guards. A few and Waragons, again, a few three odd quests that are co op. The Bashims, you can kill them yourself if you have a strong enough gear score. Uh, Basilisks you and Schultz, you definitely need help. End game content, I'm talking about Ataraxion. Do not even hope of going there. Not at this point in time. You would need a proper guide. This is a new player friendly guide, and this is out of your league. Um, Guilds are good. From my experience, a lot of them use Discord. It's mainly for logistical planning because cross-play with PlayStation means party chat doesn't work well, and if you want to tell someone go left, you're gonna have to write it in chat, which is very messy. Um, if you are in a difficult, if you're getting difficulty in an area, that means if the bad guys are killing you and you aren't doing as much damage, you just need to improve your gear. That's 8 out of 10 problems I've seen are solved with just having stronger gear. You could be a level 1 person. If you have the best gear in the game, then that's it. You could pretty much steamroll through a lot of the content in the game. That said, there are a number of factors involved, but a lot of the problem are related to you just getting better gear. Like I said, crossplay with PlayStation is good. If you are in a grind spot and someone else is there, just move somewhere else. There are many grind spots in the game, and well, well, the game is very grind heavy. PvP, usually if you basically start stealing other people's kills, that's usually what starts PvP. I will be honest, I've mostly played in the seasonal server, so I've never bumped into PvP, but just don't be an ass. Just if someone else is there, if they're not willing to party up with you, just move somewhere else. Probably if you move like a few meters down, you'll be clearing off your own mobs, and he'll be clearing off his own mobs. You'll be doing your rotation, he'll be doing his rotation. Everyone's happy. North America and EU servers are determined based on your console region. So if you are in the UK like I am, you can't play with people in North America without changing your Xbox console's region to North America. I advise against messing that up because of one game, and as you can read, if it's going to be done for one game, it is definitely not going to be this game. More things to know. PvP is a thing. It's not a big thing, but and it's not really something I think you should worry about. When you reach like level 49 or so, you'll get a quest that says you need to complete this quest if you want to go to 50. I suggest you do it. It does give you a warning that says from that you will not be able to go past 50 until you complete this quest. It's usually just talk to the Black Spirit. Um, and it would also say, you know, you cannot, forced PvP will not be switched on while you have, if you've not completed this quest. Don't worry about the quest, just complete it. Usually, there are assholes, but you're not gonna find that many assholes who basically would go out killing weaker people. Grinding in PV, I'm going to be focused more about PvE, player versus environment, not player versus player. Grinding in player versus environment involves running in circles. You find a spot and kill the mobs, bad guys in that spot. Move to the next spot. Repeat. Kill the bad guys in that spot. Go back to the first spot. They would have respawned. Kill them. Rinse and repeat. When your inventory is full, sell the trash. Some of the trash, there's some people who would say bring 1,000 trash pieces for one gold bar. That's a better deal than selling the trash. So look around. And another thing is Marnie stones. You will see a guy called Wacky Toshi. Sometimes he sells Marnie stones, and if you're in an area that needs Marnie stones, you will do it. But don't worry about this. This is something you worry when you're like level 59, 60, whatever. But you still don't need grinding to actually reach level 60. Now, like I said, you need to kill mobs. As such, I suggest you pick a character with skills that will help you kill as many people as fast as you can. Area of effect skills are very good to this respect. Costs, these are estimated costs. I will be honest, in the 1 month I played, I did not spend any real life cash besides Game Pass. Um, you can convert this to your regional equivalent. Expect this to change. It's currently free with Game Pass. I don't know how long it's going to be on Game Pass, but for now, it's currently free with Game Pass. You may get other stuff with Game Pass as well. Enjoy it. 10,000 pearls is the in-game currency. It costs roughly 75 British pounds, there, give or take. 10,000 pearls will not get you much in the game. I think a costume costs like 2,000. It depends on the costume. Some are 1,000, but some 2,005. I think a 90-day value pack is roughly 3,000, 5,000. I don't know, something around that. I'll be honest, I didn't spend any cash. You don't need to spend any cash to enjoy this game. You just have to work around some things. And again, when they make in-game currency that doesn't follow normal currency, it's usually to confuse you. So while you're looking at, oh, it's just 2,000 pearls, If again 2,000 pearls converted to Great British pounds is a lot of money for some people. The season pass that ends in the 29th of September is roughly around £25, give or take. My best advice as a new player, enjoy the game on Game Pass. It's free on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, then enjoy it for free. If you don't have Game Pass, I wouldn't suggest you get Game Pass for this game. Get Game Pass for other games that are on Game Pass. Uh, if you like it afterwards, then spend the money, but don't spend money now. Further costs. It's time consuming. Reaching level 60 is relatively easy. Reaching level 61, a bit of a pain, but it's possible. Reaching level 62 and 63 is very long. Getting decent gear. In the season, you'll get Tovala gear, which can be converted to boss gear, which is decent. It's not the best, it's decent. Outside of the season, getting any decent gear is a pain. Depend on You need to decide on how much time you're going to spend active grinding versus passive grinding. In this game, there are three types of grinding. Active grinding is where you are actually in the game, doing stuff in the game. Semi-active grinding is where you leave the game running and you don't really focus on the game. That's when you go pet your dog or something and you can take your eyes off the TV while the game is running itself. Passive grinding is when like you leave your character to, I don't know, go from point A to point B. Passive grinding, I call it passive because sometimes you may need to take action on the game, but you don't need to look at the game at that point in time. That's semi-passive grinding. And passive grinding is where you leave the game and walk away. I strongly suggest against passive grinding. That's where you kind of like leave the game running and you go, I don't know, to the shop to buy some fish and chips. I really suggest against leaving your game running while you are not there. I It's just a personal preference. There's no real reason against it because if your Xbox goes kaboom, there's no one there to actually help. Small thing I've noticed um, on Xbox One, staying in main cities, this is Valia, Hydo, Calphion, sometimes Altanova, and sometimes Grana. If you stay there for quite a while, the game tends to crash. Um, so, best advice if you're on the Xbox One, avoid being in those cities for more than 5 minutes. People on the Series X consoles don't seem to experience this problem, but people on the Xbox One, be very mindful of this. Extra pointers. Getting decent starting stuff is easy. High-end stuff is mostly hard and it's sometimes a gamble. This is to do with out of season. If you want to actually get boss gear, you're looking at hundreds of millions, to not even hundreds of millions. Boss gear is usually billions of silver that you have to spend. You can get good horses and good boats early on. In the season, you would probably be able to get a tier 8 horse, very relatively okay, and you'd also be able to get a good starting boat very early on. I will go through this in my guide. Inventory is your worst enemy, so you're going to have to be very smart about using it. You can use the marketplace to store, you can use the warehouses, you can use the city storage. You can also make other characters and use them as inventory space, but it's just something you have to be wary of. The game gives you a lot of clutterware, so be very smart on what you spend on how you arrange things. Very important. Have fun. If it's not fun playing, stop and take a break. Black Desert is not running anywhere. Um, Realistic expectations: do not expect to go beyond level 63 without significant investment in time and money. Um, you can reach 60 easy. 61 is possible. 60 beyond 61, it's a pain. Don't expect to be some PvP champ out of nowhere. People have been playing this game for a long time. Okay, there's nothing new that you can bring up that 10 other people haven't brought up already. Understand how the cash shop works. This game is heavy microtransaction focused. In my first video on the game, I will go through basics on touching the basis on this. You may be expected to grind a lot, but I will try my best to go through the game without any grind involved. This game does not respect your time or your money. This is due to the grind involved and due to the fact of the cash shop microtransactions. It's a personal, that last bit is opinion, so take that with a pinch of salt. But yeah, you've been warned. What are your intentions? These are your targets. You can reasonably reach level 60 and 61. I keep saying this. And you can get reasonably good boss gear. Again, yeah, it's possible in season. Um, you need to also kind of like decide, are you going to spend money on the game? You can't play it without cash, and that means you need to take a lot of the advice I'm giving very seriously. If you wish to open up your wallet, then that's fine. You can go through that. I can't give advice on that because I don't really use the cash shop. It's a grindy game, and yeah, I've already spoken about the grind. There's active grind, semi-active grind, and passive grind. Um, Determine how much time you want to spend grinding. If you're doing passive grind, I'll suggest 1 hour, 2 hour tops per day. Active grind, spend it doing quests. But yeah. Um, what character do you use? You need to decide that. One good thing about the game is you can use a trial character on level 60 and basically try and understand how each character plays. Every character is good. That's the best advice I can give. Some characters may be more suited to others to some playstyles. Based on my playstyle with PvE, the best recommendation I would give is a character that has a self heal. Self heal, it will help you with survival because you will get knocked down a lot and you will lose a lot of health a lot, and saving up on it would save you having to use health potions every so often. You will also want a character with massive area damage skills because again you will be killing a lot of bad guys very quick. You need to kill a lot of bad guys very quickly, so I feel area damage is the best way to go about it. Some people may think differently, but that's the best idea I can think of. And good movement. Again, you need to move and dodge. Many times bad guys will give you warnings on where they're attacking. You need to get out because most times those are one-shot kills. Play smart, not necessarily play hard. There are many resources that can help you. Grumpy Green Cricket is an online resource that's very good. There are some Reddit posts that are also very good. Um, Trying to remember. Google. If you're lost anywhere, just Google. There is one particular place that you will have a lot of problem with, and that's much later. It's called Ackman. It's there are two Ackmans in the game. There's Ackman the place and Ackman the person. For all intents and purposes, you can ignore that and still get to level 61. Okay, that's in Valencia too. But yeah, just try getting a lot of other resources and sources of information. It will help you in the long run. Some more base information. Everything has a level in this game. Combat level is the big triangle by the side. It will tell you your combat level. It's based on questing and killing mobs. The more mobs you kill, the more combat level increases. People can power level your combat level. If you have a high level friend, he can just join party and you could fight in a high level area and you could get experience. Combat level is what I'm talking about that gets to level 61. Skill level is based on your skills. If you kill bad guys and some quests they give you skill level, when you level up your skill level, you get skill points. Combat level, I don't think that gives you skill points, but you get more skill points from skill level. You don't get skill points if someone is power leveling you because you can't kill the person, the mobs. Well, you don't get much skill level experience, and you don't get much skill level experience from killing weak mobs. Contribution points, this is how you get resource nodes and upgrade buildings in the towns, and yeah, this is also gotten from mostly completing quests. Life skills are based on specific life skill you grind. There's loads of life skills. There's cooking, processing, gathering, fishing, farming, hunting, sailing, whatever. They go up different levels. They take forever to get to a high level. Some of them are useful, some of them you don't really need. You can get by with just baseline level of them. Okay. Um, Quests are easy and they are hard at the same time. Most quests you can auto travel from point A to point B. Some quests do not allow for this. You need to read the quest information and you need to read the map. It will save you a lot of problems. Do not willy-nilly throw items away till you have completed the quest chain fully. And even then, I still suggest you don't bin quest items because you can end up realizing that, oh, you need it for another quest chain. So, this is where the game gives you a lot of clutterware. You need to do the main quest as you get. Yeah, you need the main quest. I would suggest you do the main quest as you get what is called the Black Abyssal Weapon, the Roaring Magical Armor, Roaring Valley Helmet, Honorary Combatant Gloves, Valiant Catan Boots. They aren't great, but they will get you through the beginning portion of the game. And even if you don't need them anymore, keep them in your inventory when you get a new character. If you make a second character, you can the new character can use can use these items and basically blitz through the first part of the game. That's until they get actual decent gear. The map. When you're doing quests, you need to understand how this works. I put some arrows at the very bottom. When you have a quest, you will see squares like this on the map. These squares determine the location of the map, like the quest mopping up the Nagas. There are 3 points. Auto travel will not help you with that. The auto travel will just basically take you to one of those points, and if he needs to go to all 3 points, you're screwed. So you need to know how to read the map. If you see blue circles, that also means that is an area that is relevant to the quest. So whenever you're lost in a quest, read the quest instructions and look on the map for these directions. It will help you with progression in the quest. Majority of the main quests can be completed with this one tiny understanding. Progression. Level is a moderate factor. It's easy to get from level 1 to 60. The main deciding factor is, are you level 56, 58? If you're there, then you're decent. Skills is another moderate factor. You get some skills after getting either Awakening or Succession. which is available from level 56, I believe. Gear is a major factor. It determines your survival. If it's too low, you will struggle with some high level content. So it's kind of like very important you get some decent gear to start with. The in game currency is silver. That's what you get from killing bad guys. Uh, Boss gear is usually valued roughly billions of silver, sometimes trillions of billions. So yeah, I it's a lot. It's a lot to actually buy out to buy boss gear. So especially if you're looking at high level boss gear. So yeah, it's very expensive. You can spend 100 mil to get decent gear to tide you over till you have something stronger. You can also grind to get something to basically hold you in low level areas, in the very beginning areas. When you finish the very first quest, you get beginner blackstones, which you can use to get Naru gear. Naru gear is the beginning gear of the game. You will get a lot of beginner blackstones, and Naru gear can be converted to Tuvala gear, which is also good mid game gear. Um, you can make money in the in game market, but it's a pain. You have to know what's in demand and if you can get it cost effectively. A good example is in the market, you're always going to see stones are in demand. Now, you may say, okay, fine, I'm going to get stones and I'm going to sell it. Stones are in demand because a lot of people want them, but they are dirt cheap and you spend energy getting stones. The energy you spend getting the stones is better used on something else. Now, the reason why people want the stones is because they don't want to spend the energy getting the stones because they know it's not worth it. I would suggest you learn how to read the market. There are some things you could get decent well and you could spend the time to do it and make some good buck from it. But personally, the game that just turns this game into stock market simulator 5000, and personally, I don't find that fun. I would suggest just play the game and have fun. Okay? Forget about the money. If you get money, you get money. If you don't get money, you don't get money. Just play the game and have fun. When you start early on, you get a gear. I've mentioned the Naru gear, and you get beginner blackstones. As you play, you will get a lot of these beginner blackstones. You will get up to 2,000 of those stones if you just play the game. You can upgrade your Naru gear to pen with these stones very easily. The upgrade levels are from normal Naru gear on rank ungraded to level 1 to level 15. After level 15, you then upgrade it to pre, that's Roman numeral 1, then Primo, then Duo, then Trio, then Tet, then Pen. Pen is the top upgrade of anything. In the current season, you can exchange your Pen Naru gear to pre Tuovala gear. So that saves you using your Tuovala stones and having to upgrade Tuovala from 1 to 15, then pre. Okay, you could just basically jump straight to pre Tuovala gear, and you can do this without any cron stones being used. Do not use cron stones on upgrading Naru gear. You can also get your Tuovala gear to try, guaranteed. And uh, like I said, do not use cron stones on Naru gear or on Tuovala gear that is not up to try yet. If you want to get it to Tet and to Pen and you want to use cron stones, if you want, you can. The jury's out on that. I'm not a pro on min maxing and efficiency. You will get what is called black stones. I forgotten the name of the black magical stones. You can use these stones to guarantee upgrading from Pry to Duo to Tri. So again, you don't need Cron stones for those three stages. So you've basically guaranteed Tri to Vala gear. Okay. Um, Tri to Vala gear is reasonably okay. You can gun for Tet, and every time you fail an upgrade, your gear goes down in max durability. All that is fine. The max durability, you can fix it very easily. Do not use memory stones or artisan memory. Do not ever use memory stones or artisan memory to fix your Naru gear or Tuvala gear. You can upgrade. You can fix your Tuvala gear with with Tuvala gear of the same name. Like, say you have a Tuvala helmet and you need to repair it. Let's say you want to repair the max durability because you failed an upgrade. You you use Tuvala, or you will get a lot of this in the season if you just play the game. You can use one Tuvala ore to get a Tuvala helmet to fix the broken down Tuvala helmet. So do not use your artisan memories or your memory stones because you will need that for actual stuff. Unfortunately, you cannot gift your friends gear, and neither can you gift them silver, neither can you gift them gold bars, neither can you gift them. I think you probably could buy pearls for them, but do you want to spend real money on this for a friend? From level 53, you need to do a quest to get the Chenga Tome. In my level 1 to 60, I will try to do the quest as well, just to show. You also need a minimum of 170 energy to complete this quest line. If you lose this tome, if you destroy it, or if you bin it, it's gone. You cannot get it for that character again. You will just have to make a new character and hopefully get the Chenga Tome. Oh, I forgot to mention seasonal servers. You can only have one character in a seasonal server. There are Olivia servers that's also for new characters, so you could play the game to get two high level characters. But again, leveling to level 61 is relatively easy. Um, with the Chenga Tome, you can get boosted experience from side quests. The tactic I'm going to tell you on how to do it, and I will show you, is from level 1 to level 57, you do main quests. When you reach level 58, do not do any side quests before level 58. From level 58, you go back and pick up all the side quests that you've missed. They should take you up to level 59. From level 59, roughly thereabouts, and from level 59 to level 60 or 61, you then move to a new zone, Kama Sylvia, Drigan, and Stars End, and pick side quests there. There are side quests you can pick in those areas. I will suggest you avoid side quests that involve kills. Usually some side quests are go from point A to point B, speak with person C, boom, Bob's your uncle. So you should be able to, if you're smart about it, reach level 61 with this. You will not be able to reach level 61 without the Chenga Tome. So it's suggested you get the Chenga Tome quests. When you get the Chenga Tome, it's mostly go from point A to point B. You don't have to kill anything to get the Chenga Tome. It's very simple. The best tactic is main quest till you are level 57 or 58, then side quest 59, then side quest, and when you reach level 59, you go to some Kamasilvia, Drigan, and Sarzend and do the side quests. You can avoid kill quests if you don't have the firepower for the area. If you've gotten the main quests done, and you have the quest items I mentioned: Roaring Magical Armor, Black Abyssal Weapon, Honorary Combatant Gloves, Catan Shoes, Helmet that you get from the quests, or you get something more powerful, you should still be able to kill some low level mobs. Not a lot. You just have to be very careful. And again, if you have a character that has good AoE damage and good heal skills and you move around, you probably could manage some kill quests. You just have to be careful. There are some bleh, words. There are some weekly quests. They are good as well. It's in the seasonal server. Um, if you if you do have if you do have the time to kill 5,000 people, 5,000 mobs of a certain type, sure. Sometimes you could just post in chat, and some other person who's doing them may just say, "Fine, I'll just you can tag along." As long as you're leeching, some people aren't bothered, some people aren't. You don't ask, you don't get. Workers and nodes. Early in the game, you reach towns and nodes. These explorations increase your energy cap. Basically, exploration and getting knowledge, it increases your energy cap. The energy cap is what is going to help you do certain things with energy. Go figure. In towns, you will see some people called work supervisors. This is where you hire workers. With workers, my take on workers is goblins tend to work fast, but they run out of stamina fast. Giants, they are not as fast as goblins, but they don't need the stamina refill every so often as much as goblins. Humans are kind of like on the middle ground. You will see Fadus and Papus. I don't know much about them because I don't really have much of a workforce on them, but human, I'd really say it depends. If you really have the time to be refilling the worker's stamina, then use goblins. If you don't really have the time, use giants. Again, it's not the most efficient way, but I can't give you a min max. A lot of people prefer goblins over giants. It's entirely your choice. While you have a value pack, you are able to actually select nodes and pick up nodes without having to be physically there. When the value pack runs out, you have to physically be on that node before you actually can pick it up or drop it. Worker stamina is restored with beer. This can be bought in the market or cooked with food. Now, it's very important you get a notebook because you are going to come across a lot of recipes, and this is going to be the first recipe that you I am giving you. This is very important if you want to have a worker empire. You can save yourself this trouble and just buy beer in the market. It's dirt cheap. It's 2000 silver for each beer, and you will get billions and billions of silver as you play the game. So 2000 silver is next to nothing. Another thing you can do is when you get to Logia Farm, you need to pick up that resource node. You also need to pick up Potatoes resource node. You need to put a person on the potato farming. After a while, you should get some potatoes in your warehouse. Collect the potatoes. Um, Buy a cooking stove from a guy, David Finto, in Valia. Um, you need to also put the cooking stove in your house. That means you also need to get a house in Valia or wherever. Get sugar, leavening agent, and mineral water. And now the recipe for beer. For one beer, you need 5 potatoes, 6 mineral water, 1 sugar, and 2 leavening agents. Just this is You only need to put these materials in the stove. You can hold more than this in your inventory, and it would ask you if you want to cook more, and you can continue cooking, and boom, and boom, Bob's your uncle. you've made one beer. With that one beer, you could restore your worker's stamina. If this is too much work, just go to Shiel. He's the central market person, and you can buy the beer off the central market. That means someone else made the beer and you're buying the beer off someone else. Whether you can make money off selling this in the market, the jury's out on that. I can't tell you. I don't play Stock Market Simulator 5000. When you start playing BDO, you can enter the Olivia servers for new player with boosted XP. You can also create a new character to play in the seasonal server. This is what I was saying earlier. If it's only available for roughly 1 month when you start playing, and the current season ends on the 29th of September. If you're smart about this, you could get 2 high-level characters with the Olivia server and the seasonal server character. And if you're very smart, you could also clone your seasonal character to get a 3rd high-level character as well with Fugas Timepiece. But yeah, I'm not going into that. And when you're new, you get a few value packs when you're new, probably a month or 2 weeks worth. After that, you would have to buy them. You can buy them with pearls, or you could buy them with loyalty. Loyalty, you get like 200 every day. You probably need like 2,000 for a day's worth of value pack. So you can reset your skills as much as you want before level 56. After level 56, you have to use a cash shop item to reset your skills. You can dye your clothes while you have a value pack active. That's why you have Merv's palette active. But once that ends, your clothes, the clothes edits revert to the default setting. The desert and the ocean are very frustrating places to navigate. You can reach level 61 without actually worrying about the Great Ocean or the Great Desert. I intend to get to Vala Tri-Gear and to level 60 in a short space of time as I can. I will make videos of how I do it using the main quest and side quest info. If I make it to level 61, great, that's a bonus. I also intend to put up as much information as I can to help a new player achieve this, and my methods may not be optimized, but they're the best I can think of. In summary, do the main quests to level 53, get the Chenga Tome, no fighting is involved, resume your main questing and save side quests. Do not do any of the side quests. Side quests, when you reach level 57, side quests in Calphion, Medea, and all the low level areas to 59. Then from 59 to 60, you then do side quests in Camasylvia, Drigan, and Stars End. Main quests, do the main quests to unlock the map and also get quest gear if Tuvala gear is not available. That's if you're doing this after the season ends, and the next season they don't make Tuvala gear, they make Bunny Rabbit gear. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and in the next video I will start with playing the game. Have a good day.